What's going on, good people? What's going on? What's going on, good people? An earlier version of Midnights. I missed half the show today. I missed last night's show. I'm urging to get it in here. I'm missing the good people of the Midnight family. Paul Thomas in the building representing the Cardinal Bird. What's good? Cashmere in the building. What's popping? What's popping? Dwayne, Patrick, Tyrone in here representing the Cardinal Bird. Debbie K in here representing the Cardinal Bird. Antron, what's good? What's good? Arthur Robinson, what's good? What's good? Ronnie Ron in here representing the Cardinal Bird. Red State. We waited too long to bring in Hersey. I'm sure Lauren would agree with that. What's good, Cardinal family? I knew that. Craig J in the building. Oh, Robert, what's going on? Let's get it in here. Let's get it in here. Let's get it in here, good people. Number 3 versus 300. And we had it down to 5 at one time. That is good. That is a good. You can fill in the blank. Ooh, a Louisville Vegas run later tonight. Ooh, it will be a great situation to get snowed in Vegas. It's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Isn't it crazy that everything else seems to be going stupendous? It's one thing that's not going well. Let me get warmed up before I go straight into the review, the breakdown, all that good stuff. I know. Normally it's one play last night told a story. Which play is that in particular, Dale? Two-handed rebounds over one-handed tips. This is a fact. That is a fact. I expect us to beat Wake Forest on Saturday. They are staying in North Carolina. So they're supposed to be getting good focused work in. And coaching staff. We are not in a good place at all. To say the least. We are not in a good place. I will say we played with more effort. Ooh, did we play with more effort last night? It was individual effort. It was individual effort. It wasn't team effort. There's a difference between the team effort. Team effort is sacrifice for the teammate. Individual effort is, I just don't want to be the one to take the blame, right? Get out there and play hard so I don't look bad on tape. That's individual effort. That's the phony hustle. That's the phony dive. But you dive on the ground and you don't get up fast. There was a lot of individual hard play, but not team hard play. That was is it more the player or the coaching staff? Yesterday, I thought it was a long-term coaching staff issue. Not personnel staff. I think I keep blanking on this word. It's not theory. What is the word? When you have like a way of doing things, like the belief system. What's a good word? Red State, help me out. What's a word? It's not theory. It's like a belief system. When you have a certain a coaching staff, a philosophy is the word. I've been trying to think of this word for 2 days, y'all. Philosophy. Okay, I can do that. Philosophy. Yes, rest. Philosophy. Listen, I'm going to address the coaching staff philosophy, and what I see is very, very, very important. But before that, everybody knows what I have to do. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, everybody's invited to join us on the YouTube channel. We're going to talk about what I see in the philosophy of the coaching staff, but we're going to do it on YouTube only. So come join us. Made for the Ville. Go to YouTube, type in MadeForTheVille. Made for the Ville. You're free to come join us. But I have to cut off the Facebook broadcast. I have to cut off the Twitch broadcast. I have to cut off the Twitter broadcast. Come on over here with us. Made for the Ville at youtube.com/Made for the Ville. So Facebook has to be shut down in 3, 2, 1, bang. Save changes. Twitch has to be cut off in 3, 2, 1, bang. And Twitter must be cut down in 3, 2, 1, bang. Philosophy. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Red State. Philosophy. Wait a minute. Withers almost falling to the ground, but not falling and keeping his dribble at the same time. That was the cherry on top of a bad Sunday. Actually, I'll say this. Great win for the ladies. No, Kitty Payne Thursday. One Stop Chop Shop. I believe this is my first time seeing you in here. Is One Stop Chop Shop? Is this your first official YouTube page? Is this your first official comment with the Midnight family? Because I do not recognize you in general, or I don't recognize you being in here. A new coach has to develop and grow as well as the player. Now listen, what you said right there is a fact. Problem is, this we as a fan base have developed a bloodthirst to keep coaches' heads on the platter. I know that's kind of a graphic way to say it, but we have a thirst, a media thirst to. It's almost like all these years of coaches being on the edge of getting fired every day. It's like we expect to live our life, with a coach right on the line to get fired. I would probably say the Jalen Withers, that makes more of a case for Kenny Payne rather than against. And listen, here tonight, I'm not here to defend the coaching staff. I'm here to point out the obvious on every part of it. But the Withers thing, I think that one makes coach's case a little bit. The fact that, listen, North Carolina was well in control of that game. Jalen Withers got more minutes than he would normally get. Jalen Withers averages about 5 minutes, right? Jalen Withers got some opportunities to get easy buckets, and he just laid them up. He didn't do much. Like, he hasn't been doing much all year. You can go look at it. Like, go see how much Jalen Withers is averaging. So you mean to tell me our 3 top players from last year can't really even get off the bench for their respective schools? So did you want Kenny Payne not to even give him a chance last year? Or you know, like I said, it was these players that played through multiple coaches. They played here they came here under NCAA sanctions. Like, again, I got problems with the staff and the philosophy, but I also can admit where they're, you know, where they have a case. The case last year, listen, did I want him to come in here and go get grad transfers and win immediately? Yes. Did I understand that he wanted to give the guys that came here under probation, under suspension, under NCAA cloud? Did I understand that he wanted to give them a chance to play out of it? Yes. So both, again, I'll say this all the time, both can be true. Ellis can't get off the bench. Withers can barely get off the bench. Sidney Curry can't get off the bench for Grand Canyon. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, you know, and like Sky Clark played 10 games at Illinois. This is Sky Clark's first year. Tyler's awesome. I'll get into the other stuff. When we talk about the philosophy part. Reggie, you're not going to hear it because, listen, you didn't hear a lot of recruiting news at first. Like, you heard Sky Clark was probably going to be a shoo-in. You knew he had a relationship with Brandon when he got here. You didn't know about Tyler until it happened. Hold on, sorry. I'm waiting to hear something. My boy, listen, my boy Johnny, he mad at me for calling him out. I don't know if y'all heard the second hour of the show today, but my boy Johnny's mad at me for calling him out because he hit me up about tickets to the playoffs. I said, Johnny, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Detroit hasn't been in the playoffs in 75 years. Do you know how valuable a Detroit Lions playoff ticket is? At least hit me up Monday night, Tuesday at the latest, but Thursday? My God, I can put something on it. The KP haters have been worshiping Withers all day. I didn't realize it took him 3 times. It took him 3 times the minutes than he normally. Right. North Carolina they were well in control. Like, don't get it confused. Even when we cut it to 5, North Carolina in no way seemed like they were out of control of that game. They went deep to their bench early on. Like, you would have to watch Carolina games to see that wasn't a normal rotation at all. Yeah, like I said, and again, I'm not here about compliments to the staff. I am not here for that tonight. But again, the Withers, Ellis, Sidney Curry angle is not the angle that you want to have to slander this staff. Now, if you want to say he should have just been cutthroat with him, I mean, yes, that's one way to do it. Just come in here and clean house immediately and say y'all guys aren't the level we need and blah blah blah. You know, he could have done that. Okay. Shout out DJ. He's giving a shout out to everybody. The biggest issue with this team It's defense, which really haven't improved, but the offense doesn't look bad. Bob, you're not going to be. It just sounds like. Oh no. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta hear what happened on this. I think Marcus just ripped you on the right. I called out my boy really bad today, y'all. Okay, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say about the staff. This is what bothers me. I don't like the fundamentals, or put it this way, I don't like where the fundamentals are at, right? And it's kind of it's all our play. It's a whole bunch of one-on-one situations. It's very NBA centric. Some of those things will work. Some of them will not work. Some of it makes your team disjointed because in the NBA, everybody got high IQs. Everybody on the team has high IQs and high fundamentals. So everybody can kind of know what everybody else is going to do. I don't know how much NBA you guys watch, but if you watch NBA, it doesn't take a lot of everybody does their fundamentals the right way. When you look at the way we do a handoff, the way we don't set up our man, we don't catch the ball in strong positions, it all leads to turnovers. The way we go after the ball one-handed, the way we let people fight, get through the screens, all of them lead to a turnover. So if I'm watching a basketball game, I see this boom one-handed pass, right? I say that's going to be a turnover at some point. So you might see somebody get away with a one-handed pass, 4 or 5 times, 4 or 5, 6 times maybe. But then 7th time, it's a turnover. Okay, that's one turnover. Okay, so you see all these little fundamental things. Before you know it, it's 14 turnovers, and 10 of them come from casual stuff. If you watch how many times people try to pass the ball to Brandon, and he lets the ball get smacked away, and instead of grabbing it with 2 hands, you're just like, okay, is it Brandon's fault? Yes. Is it coaching staff's fault? Yes. The philosophy of not focusing more on the fundamental part than the spacing. You focus on spacing when you got a lot of good players. You focus on fundamentals when these guys got to learn to play the college game. They're not good enough. Like Trey White cannot handle the ball well enough to need space. I mean, you can get him in the post a couple times, but he doesn't handle the ball. He doesn't play defense good enough to stay on the court that long. Melovic in the building. I think he has a philosophy that, he has a philosophy of doing it one way. And if the staff can't influence him to focus on a different part of it, then it's like, okay, they might be saying it, or they might just be supporting his philosophy. You're gonna need one person in there that has to tell him that we see fundamental improvement, but it's way too slow. They get away with way too many non-fundamentally sound things. But here's the problem with that. You see them do the fundamentals a couple of times. What does that tell you? If the first three, okay, let's say the first 4 to 6 minutes of the games, they have real good fundamentals. And then let's say the next 6 minutes, they have bad fundamentals. What does that tell you? It means they're learning the fundamentals, but they're not getting punished for not doing the fundamentals. And then he tells them, oh, you remember what we said? 2 hands. It's like, no, a one-handed pass has to be unacceptable. You know, the ball, okay, when there's a turnover and you see a guy like run a couple steps and then turn around, that has to be immediate substitution. So the discipline on the fundamentals is not where it needs to be. Take a second, hit the like button. Jay Reed, you ain't no cop. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You a sellout. Jay Reed, you know I'm not talking about you. You know that was the best line in that LL Cool J movie and Omar Epps. It is not enough discipline. There is discipline. Sometimes it's selective discipline, but it's not no discipline. That's why I say stay away from those extreme things if we're talking about, you know, the pure sports and purely getting better. See, Melovic, you can't say no deep because listen, sometimes they play good defense. Sometimes they play good defense. Sometimes they play good offense. You have to admit that. They do play a lot of ISO ball. They started adding some backdoor cuts probably 3-4 games ago, but it is a lot of ISO ball. When I watch practice, Nolan's the most active. Okay, when you watch Nolan Smith, he's telling the players what's coming. When the screen's coming, you can tell he's locked into the defensive scout report. He gets pissed off over there every time they give up a bucket because it's stuff they went over in the scout. You can tell Nolan has a good scout on the defensive end. Watch him during the game. Watch Nolan Smith during the game. He's yelling at whoever messes up on the defensive end on every play. If somebody makes a good shot, Nolan steps up, gives him a good compliment. Somebody has to be able to get it to the fundamental, where the fundamentals and when they don't do the fundamentals, it cannot be tolerated. And I think there's too much tolerating of bad fundamentals. And Josh need to go. Right now, we're gonna have the bench of the bench players. Listen, if you have, okay, you do. And you did have the bench early in the year to have a better emphasis on the little things, on the fundamentals. I know what you're saying though. Listen, here's the thing. Mike James. Okay. D'Lo, Curtis, Caleb, there's no big separation in a lot of our guys. You know, like there's no big separation. We haven't been in a lot of foul trouble this year. Early on, you could have subbed Brandon out a lot more. Now, listen, Brandon has these bad habits, these lazy plays, these methodical plays, these non-desperate plays, non-urgent plays. Right now with Manny out, you can't really mess with him. But earlier, you could. You had a lot of chance to get Brandon a lot more fundamentally sound. Oh, yeah, consistency is key. Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with this 100%. Hypothetically, defensive-minded coach like Beer convert these kids into yes. That is no, you would not have to clean house. You would not have to clean house. You would not have to clean house. These guys are capable because you see it sometimes. That's the problem. The reason you see inconsistency is because they get away with it. It's like you can have a good kid. If your child is a good child and you keep on letting them get away with it because they're a good child, they're going to increasingly be less good of a child. You know, if you find out your kid is sneaking in the cookie jar, but he's a good kid, so you let him get away with it, before you know it, he's going to be taking cookie jars. Then he's going to be taking quarters from your top drawer. Then before you know it, you got a whole goon in your house. You got a true about that life goon kid. Injuries have not helped. But again, before the injuries hit. Yeah, but here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Do you see how comfortable every other team is? Do you see it? Okay. I don't care what anybody says. If I say to my player, if he gets from outside the three-point line to the basket without a nasty move, you're coming out the game. You're coming out the game. You have to be willing to pull those guys out the game to make them desperate. In every culture, on every basketball court, you don't hit the line. No, you don't make the time. No. Everybody's running. If one person misses the line, the suicide don't count. Everybody. If one person doesn't hit the line on a suicide, everybody's running. The standard has to be zero tolerance. That shit shows. When somebody you know Brandon, there was a steal. The ball went down. They end up missing the layup. We knock it out of bounds. He jumps and saves the ball to half court. A North Carolina player runs and grabs it. Brandon still hadn't crossed half court to get back on defense. This is not me picking on him. This is me saying that has to be a zero standard. But he did that early on. It had to be a zero standard early on. Now your hands are a lot more tied. But even still, you have to say, I'd rather play with Caleb Glenn than let him get away with not crossing the half court. You crazy? Caleb Glenn will get a lot better, a lot faster with his motor. Has to be strong with the ball. Red State. No, we need some tweaks. Has to be strong with listen, if y'all go back and watch a game. Do this. Watch a full game and watch it on 2.25 speed. And just you can just fast forward and you can see how many balls get thrown to Brandon and get tipped away. I mean, and listen, if I'm a teammate, it'll drive me crazy. It'll drive me crazy. If he don't get in trouble for that, and you see the coach jumping in his face, like he don't get in trouble, but but you barking at Tyler, like if I was Tyler, I might just try to fight Brandon. That's like if your parent, listen, nothing irritates a parent than to hear the kids say you like the other one better than the other one. And that's why they fight. That's why siblings fight. Jason Becker, what's good? What's good? They don't respond to yelling. I agree with that because they know they can't be touched. Jocelyn in the building, representing the car and the bird. What's going on, Jocelyn? The standards can never be lowered. Like I said, listen. It affects Curtis when Trey gets beat on defense. When Trey White gets beat on defense, and then he comes down and hits a 3-pointer, and then we all got to cheer. And then he gets beat on defense, and then he scores. Well, guess what? You didn't make up any ground. You got somebody else a foul, or you fouled. I mean, he did give about 2 hard fouls. I'll give him that. But if you do an ISO cam, listen, Sky Clark plays hard. He does play hard. But if you do an ISO cam on Trey White and Brandon, it just an ISO cam at how far they are. Look, Brandon plays pretty good defense in the paint on his man. On his man, 1-on-1. But when it comes to the switches and the open ups and stuff, it's a poor standard. And let Nolan take over. Low. Because right now, Josh Hurd is talking to people whose opinion he respects in the basketball world. And he can go to somebody and say, he can come to me and say, hey, how much is the staff? How much is the player? What do you see on the court? What do you see off the court? You know, what are you losing versus what can be gained? It's low. You know, I don't like to put a percent number on it, but it's low. Appreciate it. I enjoyed having that young fella in there. I enjoyed his attitude. He has a good little spirit to him. Well, go back and watch it. He should have had, but again, this is what I was saying, even with Withers. Other people get the ball where Withers they dunk the ball. Again, Withers don't get off the bench. Coach Hubert Davis let Withers play knowing he's probably going to be a little juiced up. The commentator said early on in the game, they were like, North Carolina is really going to the bench early. That means they knew, like, no, they're well in control. This team can't beat us. Hubert Davis knew this team couldn't beat us, went straight to the bench early. DD in the building, representing the Cardinal Bird. What's good? Trey gets too much. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to bench these guys forever, but you got to take them out the game for the egregious stuff. For the same play but here's the thing. You got to say this, Maestro. Last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. He's a 5th-year player. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the Withers that doesn't really make a he was see, that's what bothers me too. Too many people are way too comfortable. Jalen Withers not allowed to do all that other stuff like he did here. Listen, under Chris Mack, Mike McGee, and Kenny Payne, Withers is one of your best players. He don't even play. Don't y'all understand that? He was one of our best players under Chris Mack, under the end of Chris Mack, the junior, senior, 2020 Jalen Withers. He's one of our go-to guys. He probably bumped his average up by 2 minutes just because of how much he played last night. Yeah, I thought he was still about the same. Like he played some good games for us. Y'all realize Jalen Withers for us had he would have some games where he was getting 17 and 12. Go look at his averages here. You could almost make a case that Kenny Payne made a miracle out of him. not Carolina. Yeah, see the part about, do you remember Jalen Withers getting the steal and kind of stumbling up here and then going around the back and then falling and scoring against Clemson last year? Do y'all remember that? He got steals. Jalen Withers got steals. He made plays. Freshman Withers was pretty good. Into last night, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Yeah. See, that's again, the standard of fundamentals when things are going good and when they're going bad has got. We've got to be tighter on doing the fundamental things the right way. Golly. Yeah, but here's the other thing with Baycott. Like Baycott and what's his name? Cormac. Those guys are all grad guys. Jalen Withers is 25, 24 probably. No, Jalen Withers probably 23. 23 or 24. That Cormac kid is 24, 20. These kids were born in 97. 90. Baycott was born in. Somebody tell me what year was Armando Baycott born. So those dudes are a lot older than most of our guys. What year was Baycott? He lost the ball out of bounds, passed 2 passes too hard, everything but lost the shoe. That's what I'm saying. He was about Inger 29. Yeah, Davis did play more than usual. Was Baycott born? Baycott's born in 2000. Baycott's 23. Sheesh. Yeah, look. 2000. He's 23. That's a lot older. He's 28 years old. Yeah, right. What is it? He teaching Pan-African studies. He gets ARP and social. Man, that kid's been playing a long time. I still don't think we got enough out of we didn't get enough out of Stephen Enoch. We should have got more out of him. But here's the thing. Remember, Stephen Enoch, do y'all remember? See, this is what makes me sick. People act like they don't remember. Do you realize when Stephen Enoch transferred to the University of Louisville, people were laughing because he only averaged 1.2 points a game at like UConn, 1.2 points a game, maybe 2 rebounds at UConn. And I was on the radio saying, no, Stephen Enoch, he can jump, he can move. He just got to learn. He just got to learn a couple discipline fundamental things, and he's going to be a tough player. Oh my God, Marcus. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, because y'all are idiots. You were novices. Enoch was nice. You can see it. He just didn't fit in with the UConn style. He had to grow. He had to get some fundamentals. He just had to develop. Big, strong body, big frame. He just needed some fundamentals. Oh God, Red State, don't even get me started in the stupid pandemic. There's so much I'll never forgive. I will never forgive that. You know what, y'all? What time is it? 10:35. This is normally the time we start the show. Let me go to the freezer. I got a glass on ice. So give me about 60 seconds to go to the freezer. I might get worked up. This might be fun. We might have a fun 15 more minutes or longer. And when I come back, it'll probably be the harshest 10 minutes that I can muster the moment I get back. Because I went back and watched the game, and I'm extremely frustrated. What we're gonna do? This is what we'll do. We will put this up on the board really quick, and we'll do a quick one of these. Temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources we have. You bring that to it. The DFH company is the company for you. Here we go. How's the sound? Okay. We want to have some fun. So what we're gonna do is make one little adjustment. Okay, hold on. We're still here. We're still making some adjustments. Settings. Boom. Let's get that back going right. Boom. Don't worry, we're gonna get the audio back right, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Looks like we got our sound right. Sound right. 3, 2, 1. Bang. Okay. I don't disagree with there, Jocelyn. I'll catch up to that one. Okay. Before I get going, how's the sound? Give me a thumbs up or a yes if the sound's good. Give me an N or a sucks if the sound is bad before I go. Mm. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Plus could shoot, could left hand or right hand. I saw that, Aaron. I thought that was a joke. Okay, I'm gonna try to catch up real quick. We need Glenn working his ball skills. He can be a huge player for us. Or right now, he's gonna listen. His ball handling, again, fundamental, triple threat, confident with the ball. You know, they canceled the season 10 minutes before our game started. Oh my God, don't even remind me. He's undersized, so he's guarding positions that are bigger than him. That's a lot of times his fouls lead to that. Hi, Alicia, what you doing? I do not. I don't have my window open. Is it loud from the kitchen? Hold on. I am ready for the spring game. That's a fact. Don't forget. That's a good point. Don't forget that. JJ could help right now also. Or when he gets called for fouling, right? I guarantee it does. I guarantee it makes. No, I did have that volume. I did have that volume up pretty high. Is it still choppy? Okay. Okay, if we get straight to it. At one stop shop. Talking about Nolan? Oh, no. I mean, why not? If you had Purdue in the Big Ten championship, BHH only played 27 minutes. Even on the plus minus. Okay, sound is good. I mean, even on the plus minus. Again, Carolina. It was not about the stats with the Carolina situation. With Brandon, no, like you just gotta. If I took one game and showed you how many deflections Brandon gives up, I bet you Brandon gives up 12 deflections. 12 deflections or mishandles every single game. Hand is there to rebound. Instead of reaching out with two hands, he's one-handed. Every time you pass him the ball, he lets the guy get a deflection on it, or something like that. Or he has the ball gets knocked down. Even when he gets it back, he lets too many hands get near the basketball. We're a sports school, period. Right? Facts. I know. But again, this was my problem. When Manny was healthy. I'd rather play with Manny's effort. You have to start with the effort. The effort has to be reinforced. The fundamentals have to be reinforced. Then you can do that isolation shit. got to be fundamentals and effort first. For years, for all eternity, Louisville's Louisville's hierarchy was defense, rebound, run. Defense, rebound, run. College basketball must be played defense, rebound, run. Look, the NBA doesn't have to be like that because they'll got two dudes that'll bust your ass no matter what. So it's different. Defense is NBA defense is like make them shoot a tough shot. You know what I'm saying? Who shoot the toughest shots? You know, who can execute without turning it over? Stuff like that. Who can get it to their superstars? What role players can knock down the wide open shot? It's not like that in college. The other night I was watching Lakers Mavericks, and you can just see how you can. It's just different when you got everybody out there can shoot. Everybody your superstars need space to work. Like I said, Trey White's he doesn't handle the ball well enough to be out there on the wing all the time. He doesn't play defense good enough. He can't stop wings. He cannot stop wings. Curtis Williams Jr. is 10 times better a defender than Trey White. And Trey White is not 10 times better than Curtis Williams Jr. on offense. The playing time disparity is not justified when you watch the game. Now and Curtis, he looks like he plays harder. Yeah, he should have played. Yeah, with that effort, he should have played a lot more. I can handle. Listen, I can handle ISO ball in important situations. I can handle ISO ball, but you don't get to important ISO situations if you don't defense. Our rebounding was pretty good. Our rebounding. We've had a couple bad rebounding games, but our defensive rebounding, as far as getting 4 guys around the basket, has gotten a lot better. That's why we won the Miami game. Deflections. Yeah, we don't put any like. Look, I almost did your move. We don't put any. I've never seen more opponents smile than the loss should allow. I mean, just smiling. Just opponents just smiling and comfortable and just and that one I want to say, okay, I want to have a conversation with the players in a separate room as the coaches. I want to go into the coaches room and say, it's not those players' fault that other people are smiling. I want to say that to the coaches. Then I want to go to the players in the separate room and say, it's not the coach's fault that the opponents are out there smiling. It's your fault. What did you see? Cadeau get that dunk and smile at Mike James like he did, or was it Mike James or Sky Clark? Who was that point guard smiling and staring at? Probably should have got it technical. Who was the play? Yeah, got that dunk, turned around, was looking right at him, smiling. What about Dan McDonald? What about Arthur Albiero and our swim team? Yeah. Yeah, like we're losing too much on casual handling of the ball. Like, listen, on a handoff, when you hand the ball off, you cannot let somebody get in between that. When you look at handoffs between Trey White and whoever, they're bad. They're bad, and you might get away with them. You might get away with it 7 times. But again, the turnovers add up, especially. That's why the referees don't give us calls. If you hand the ball off sloppily, and and we're starting to get scouted like that. Hey guys, like another team. Hey guys, they do not hand the ball off like they're supposed to. You can deflect the ball. They're not going to call foul. And we're, as fans, we're sitting at home begging for the calls, begging for these refs, and a lot of times they are fouls. But when you don't do things the right way, the referee is not going to call foul. And again, you see them do it sometimes the right way, and then sometimes the wrong way. But you don't snatch them when they do it the wrong way, but when they do it the right way, you say, okay, they are taught to do it the right way. But the next thing is reinforcement. You want to know why? Because in the summer, you don't have to play defense like that. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Alex. Cheers. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheers, 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 Alex. In the summer, you do not have to play defense like that. Leon, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all just extended the show. We can get a little more time on the show. Look, y'all wanted me to get real honest tonight, didn't you? Cheers. Dang. We even got Lauren Wick supporting. Look. Lauren, you trying to get me drunk? You like get me drunk or something, girl? Cheers, cheers, Lauren. How many times on an out of bounds play do we get stuck where we have to throw the ball out to half court? That comes from sometimes you set a good screen, sometimes you don't, sometimes you pivot the right way, sometimes you don't. Okay. North Carolina's playing full court press. First thing we do, inbound it to the front corner, right? When we threw the ball to Tyler in the front corner. He makes a great pass out of the trap and gets it to Curtis Williams Jr. Once Tyler took the trap and got it out the trap, you went from them having us 3-on-2 to us having them 3-on-2. You gotta have lanes. And Caleb Glenn was all the way down the court under the basket. He shouldn't have been down there. We should have had another person at half court. Right? You gotta get. I keep expecting a 5-second call. Allie Jack, facts. I mean, right? It's snowing. It's cold. Look, I'm putting my whole reputation on the line. I'm teaching you about everything you need to see on the court. Like, pick up a kid from school. Night school? Oh, slam a few beers. Yeah, hit them. Yeah, wipe those feet, please. It's only right. It's only right. Uh-huh. Mm. Mm. We went zone. We went zone. They got that ball to the middle. Reason we give up so many deflections is because we're not in good passing posture. But here's the problem. I see coach in there. You know, I go to practice. He yells, fake a pass to make a pass, which is absolutely right. Fake a pass to make a pass. But you still got to be in a strong posture, and the guys that like the standing straight up, the getting pushed around. Just like we get pushed around so much, physically pushed around. Well, obviously, Jocelyn, he's riding with somebody to go pick up the kids. He's obviously going to be the passenger to pick up the kids from school, or drink a few beers, obviously go to sleep, and then pick up the kids from school in the morning. Oh, this is interesting. Heineken. Oh my God, Red State. When I was in France, all I drank was Heineken. Because listen, French people, they love Budweiser. Listen, I'm over there drinking with them. They was trying to get me to listen, French people wanted me to listen, Black and Mild cigars, Budweiser, and something else weird. It was something, it might have been like double stuffed Oreos or something. But whenever I got a care package from my mom, because when you kick it, you get your cigars and stuff. French dudes went crazy over my Black and Mild cigars. I didn't know what. I was like, what? They went, listen. They went crazy over Black and Mild cigars. They drink, when they taste Budweiser, for some reason they just get off on it. But you jarred my memory when you said Heineken. Yeah, I was drinking Heinekens all the time. Easy access to the rim on the baseline, Delquan. This is a fact. Look, I'm sure he phrased that wrong. How do we pronounce this? Shout out Big D from Singapore. Evander in the building representing the Carter Bird. What's good? Wait a minute. Get some Stella Rosa and thank me later. What's that? Moscato? Is that pink Moscato? Look, Johnson. Lauren can't She probably can't handle a glass of wine. You know she ain't nothing but you know she ain't nothing but 92 pounds. Oh, listen, because the reason Tyler can do it is he makes quick decisions and he can look away. Usually you want to have somebody 6'7", 6'8" that can pass, but Tyler is good. He's good at moving the defense around with the pump fakes and then throwing no looks. So he's okay taking the ball out of bounds, in my opinion. Listen, they're amazing to me. My mom would send me grits. Man, one time my big can of grits, it busted in the shipping. I was pissed because when I opened my box, listen, when I shook my box, it was like sand. I was like, no, because I hated French food. I hated French food. God, I hated French food. It's so bland. They don't even have like refrigerators like that, y'all. But I will tell you this. In France, the windows are different. Like, you know how we got the blinds? In France, they got like windows that are encased. So you spin the little stick to close the windows, and all the windows in France are like completely, they'll black out all light. So I'm telling you, it don't matter what time of day it is, you can make your home pitch black. And here's the thing. Look, hangover, party too much, don't feel like socializing, you can turn your home pitch black in all the homes in France. It is awesome. Oh. So, hypothetically, if you have company during the daytime and you want to set the mood or something, June. Yeah, I would get a brick. I would get a brick of Black and Miles, and look, hey, you get a Blackie Mild. They called it Blackie Mild. Come on, I know you. I see the package. Come on, just two. Come on. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. It's just two. All right, man. Here you go. You freak it? No, you learn to do it yourself. Oh. Rad State says, sounds like when I went to Korea with my Newports. People went crazy. They couldn't buy them there. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the Singapore name. Bourbon, some other things. I rarely drink it. Ooh, y'all, I almost knocked over my whole shelf about 2-3 days ago. I almost lost. You know what? I'm gonna fix my shelf tonight or tomorrow. I've been drinking, so I'm not gonna touch it tonight. But I'm gonna have to clean off that shelf and fix it. When I got my floors done, I think they didn't put something back right. Oh, ain't no way Lauren drinking no wine and tequila. I love the peach. Stella Rose. Okay. Never mix alcohol. Tammy Red. Listen, One of the last times I had a guest over, I let a guest mix wine, and I felt I let them mix. I forgot what they mixed, but I let them mix alcohols because I got so much alcohol, right? And I knew I shouldn't have let them do it. I let them do it. I felt terrible because they got sick, and I was like, "That's my fault." Listen, I was like, "Look, you know when you foul and you go like this?" I was like, "My bad. I shouldn't let you mix." Oh my God, care package getting shipped to France. Golly. I got about 5 DVDs from Walmart. And I watched them on repeat. I got Oreos, Black and Miles, grits, and what else? One other thing. DVDs, grits, Oreos, Black and Miles, and something else. Hey, boy, you couldn't imagine. That's love. Like, that's when you feel loved. You get a $20 care package to France, and then when I got back, I was slick heated. Like, look, I wanted to call everybody. Look, it was like I had come home from jail. I had an attitude with all my friends. Like, damn, you listen. I call you, tell you I need a little care package. You couldn't find. I've been gone for 7 months, and you couldn't find time to stop by any store and send me some Oreo cookies and some grits and some Fruit Loops. All my friends, I was like, y'all some pieces of shit. Listen, if you have a friend that's in jail or overseas, ask them if you need to send them a $20 to $40 care package. It'll mean the world to them. Oh, we do. We do have one, Melovic. That's another thing that pisses me off. His name, and he's 6'6", and his name's Curtis Williams Jr. Gosh darn it. And he's capable of being a better defender than Hancock, Locke, Ryan, Mara, or Keurig. He's capable of being a better defender than all of those guys. From red to white. I didn't know that. To kill you. Oh. Ah, they love Marlboro. That's funny. That's funny. French dudes love my Black and Miles. My God. That's it? 15 watered down drinks a day? Look. Look, wait, I don't know the cognac dip cigars. I don't think I'm aware of that. Listen, Tammy Red. I mean, not to put you in this category. Listen. Listen, when I came home and I was in Clarksville, Tennessee, I found out. Look, I woke up one night. I was visiting my parents. I woke up one night, probably 3 a.m, right? I got so scared because I thought I left one of my Black and Miles burning, right? I went into the kitchen and I saw my mom putting out a Black and Miles. I'm like, listen, my mom don't even smoke. Listen, my mom was like, I like that black and mild. I was like, when you start smoking? She was like, I don't smoke. And she was like, I mean, I smoked a few when I was, a kid. And I was like, so what made you smoke that? She was like, it was just smelling good. So I tried it. She was like, I like those black and milds. It even made my mom. And then my mom, she bought those little short black and milds, right? You know, the little ones that are like that big. Have y'all ever seen those? The little half short black and milds. Look, I went away. I think I came up to Louisville. And then I went back to Clarksville and she had the little short ones. What is my mom doing? That was really funny. Oh, well, okay. Well, fair enough then. Yuck on the black and mild. Is it the smell? Clove cigarettes are a nice change. Are you talking about like real cigarettes made out of cloves? Because cloves are like healthy. Oh, Delquan. Oh, listen. Delquan. In France, whenever I was kicking it, I would be breaking them up, tapping them, breaking them up. Look, removing the little paper from them. Them French dudes just looking at me. And then, I mean, everybody, if you know, you know. Yeah, listen, if you're freaking your blacks, if you know, you know. Delito, what's good? The fast break, clove oil. Yeah, cloves just have been popping up on my timeline on health. Long Island iced teas. Actually, Jocelyn, that's probably one of the first things. Amaretto sours was probably the first drink. Like, I didn't drink alcohol till I got to college. I probably drank alcohol twice before I got to college. Amaretto sours was my first drink of choice, and then I graduated to Long Island iced teas. No, I didn't know that. Oh, the little black and milds were called fast breaks. I didn't know that. I thought you were saying freaking it was fast break. No, I didn't know the little black and milds were called fast breaks. How could I not know that? How could I miss that train? Oh my God. I feel so uncultured. When I was dating, this was a deal breaker. Oh, I will say this. French dude, his name was Steven. He was like, look, a French Dirk Nowitzki was my homeboy over there. Steven listen, I've told this story before, but me and Steven went out because he wanted to take me out. And because I was American, my voice would help pick up. I mean, hypothetically, the odds of picking up women were greatly increased if you had a foreigner with you. So we went to the Havana Cafe, right? Havana Cafe was known for having a multicultural environment, and Stephen, he couldn't really get it cracking like in the multicultural environments like that, right? So again, I told the story before. I know I told everybody. We might have a couple new people in here, but that's when Stephen said, Marcus. He said, hey, do you trust me? Trust me. He said, voulez-vous un bois avec nous? I'm like, man, I ain't saying that shit. You heard me. You heard me. Voulez-vous un bois avec nous? I promise you. I promise you. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Go to the table with the baddies, right? Excuse-moi. Voulez-vous boire avec nous? Girls rise up immediately. It was like you said a spell. It was like you cast a spell on some women, right? When I said that. And I was like, I almost got scared like I offended them. Voulez-vous boire avec nous? So they come over, we have a good time, whatever. Later on that night, Steven pulled out a cigarette. Now, outside of maybe my uncle let me smoke a cigarette when I was like 6, I had not, really ever tasted a cigarette, whatever. So I took one deep puff of the cigarette and my head was like, ooh. And it just like, I felt my face swell up. My head got dizzy. About 20 seconds later, I was puking. I'm just like, oh my God, no, I can't do that. Oh, so yeah, that was my cigarette experience. It's just, that was never my thing. Mad Dog 2020. First liquor I drank was Mad Dog 2020. And nobody knew it was called Morgan David until everybody, look, nobody knew it was Morgan David until like 2008. Yeah, because I'm mad about my basketball team's fundamentals. Listen, I'm mad about my basketball's fundamentals. I watch pro, and I think my coach just been around pros too long. Look, my coach was around too many pros at Kentucky. My coach was around too many pros at the New York Knicks. I think he lost his sight on the importance of developing player 6, 7, 8, 9. Have to be important to the team like players 1, 2, and 3. That's what I think the problem is, and it sucks. Ooh, a screwdriver. What's a Boston screwdriver? I know regular screwdrivers, Long Island's on the ship were strong, and the boat was rocking. Yeah, I could see that. That's instantly sick. I know, that's a good point. No drinking on the ship. I don't. Man, I mean, my dad was a pilot. He took us up, but I feel safer in a helicopter airplane than I would on a boat. The boom was far. Cameron Murray loved Boone's Farms for some reason. Cameron Murray, that was his drink. At the new convention center. Right? I smuggled in amaretto sour in a party at the Red Barn. That's a terrible sentence. And I used my my basketball my basketball thing. My practice whatever. I didn't know it was Morgan David until June 18, 2024. That's funny. Cisco, yeah. Yeah. Cisco, that was bad. Just hit the corner store. You know what I'm looking for, Saint I just stepped in the door with a box of photos. shorty full of bouncing, house full of no set tripping, just sipping on ST. That's how we do it in the LBC, St. Ides. Parmesan. I did have a Parmesan phase. Plum wine back in the 70s. And I found out what they called it, man. Oh, okay, fair enough. One time, listen, my boy Gibbs turned 21 before me, or he was a year and a half, 2 years older than me. When Gibbs turned 21, just to get something, we drove from Clarksville across the border to Kentucky because Kentucky had a drive-through liquor store. And we drove through there and we got Canadian Mist because it was on sale and we didn't know nothing about alcohol. We got Canadian Mist and Mad Dog, right? And Gibbs' brother-in-law was over at the house. So we come in there and we was trying to act grown. And we was like, what's up, Byron? You know what I'm saying? And the mom was somewhere else and his, his sister somewhere else, whatever. So he's like, what y'all little motherfuckers doing? You know what I'm saying? We was like, man, shit, we about to drink, right? And he kind of looked like, what y'all little dudes drinking all, right? We was like, yeah, we got this Canadian Mist and this Mad Dog. And he was like, what y'all, some little winos or something? Oh my God. Byron called us winos. He called us winos right then and there. We took one sip of that Canadian Mist. It was disgusting. The Mad Dog was disgusting as well, but we could drink it. Some old Knob Creek. Yeah, nobody know that about the St. Ides Special Brews. It was new in 1976. Hold on. The Special Brews hit different in the 90s, I will agree. Incredible Hulk phase, the Thug Passion phase, Brass Monkey, that Chunky Monkey, Colt 45, Steel Reserve was bad time. Yeah, the St. Ides Brews, the Special Brews. That was the 80s things, the Old English or 90s, Old English, 8-Ball. I couldn't handle beer. Golly, that stuff is good. I could never handle beer. A lot of Little Kings Country Club back in the teen years. I'm still. France will get you in trouble. Oh, you're in Wiesbaden. You're in Wiesbaden, right? Boilermaker. Fair enough. King Cobra was one of the things, rumors of the Ville. The facts. God, that stuff was so bad. Had a Boilermaker. Brass Monkey, that's funny. Yeah, I remember when you called. Yeah, I asked you where at in Germany. And you said Wiesbaden. Yep, I was there. Man, you should email me at madefortheville@gmail.com. Send me some pictures of Wiesbaden. I want to know what it looks like now. Forgot about that. Goldschlager. Yes. Goldschlager. Yep. Cross the state line for alcohol. Bowling Green. Yeah. Murray State. When I went on my visit to Murray State, somebody had to go across the border to get some alcohol. Yes, the old school fruit. The throw it all in the hooch. Yeah, the hooch parties. That's pretty disgusting when you look back on it, though, ain't it? But If you drinking at the parties, beggars can't be choosers. Hey, y'all, get on out here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. I'm going to get pissed off watching poor execution against North Carolina for the rest of the night. But I will see y'all in the morning. I'll try to get the YouTube up and running. Unless it's ice. In the ice, I'm just chilling in the crib. And I'm going to make chili dogs. Hey, y'all, I've been eating terrible. Oh, my God. I feel so bad. I have to fast once the weather goes away.